Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I am so excited about our topic today. I did think it through, meditated on it, and I wrote a couple of notes about it. And our topic today is 5 ways how to transition from darkness into the light. As you know, that we're still on this episode about the transformation of MsAlexis. Now, first I want to say, because someone had mentioned to me about my glasses, I am learning, I am growing, learn and grow with me, but listen to the message, okay? I cannot see without my glasses. But as I'm building a studio, as you'll see how things are gonna begin to grow and expand, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get what she's talking about, transformation, transitioning, and things like that, because things just don't happen overnight. You just gotta take one day at a time and one thing at a time. If you just get up on there and just try to throw something together to please people and everybody, you're just going to have a hot mess, if you know what I mean. So welcome back to the channel. And please, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button. Now we're going to get down to the meat of the topic, which the 5 ways how to transition. And these are just baby steps, and it's not gonna just, change your whole life, but it's the beginning, it's a foundation of change. It's a beginning of transition. And I've done this myself, so I'm very confident in sharing this information with you. Number 1 is to forgive yourself. That's one way you can come out the darkness. Because sometimes people do things and make decisions or get into relationships, and they think they be angry or upset with the person that they're in a relationship with, but actually be angry more with themselves because they know better. They knew better. Like I said, danger, danger, retreat, retreat. Don't go that way, okay? You have to forgive yourself. It's not even so much of forgiving others. Forgive yourself first. That will free you up, okay? An example is one time I was engaged, and I gave up, I relocated my children. I gave up a house that, I was purchasing, building a foundation for the kids, and I moved to Texas. My pastor told me, don't move. I said, oh, but that's my husband. He said, well, if it was your husband, he would marry you before you moved to Texas. That's why I got to check out my ebook, 10 Wrong Reasons to Get Married. Oh no, I was hard-headed, went down there and changed my life. The best thing that I really got out of it was I have a daughter. She's beautiful. She's 23 now. And not only that, I mean, my children, they really capitalized off the move because, they graduated. So it wasn't really all that bad decision, for them. I mean, they made it work. But me, I was on my knees praying to God, please take this away from me. Take this insecurity away from me. Take this jealousy away from me. I went through, but that's when I found God too. But I was feeling some kind of way towards him. But it wasn't about him. I made that decision. I made that move. You get it? Okay, so let's roll along. Now, if you got any questions and you want to reiterate on anything, make a comment down below and I will respond as soon as possible. Now, number 2, meditate. Meditate. Don't medicate. Meditate. And what I mean by meditate is you just be quiet and you be still and you meditate like on scriptures. And for those of you who do not read the word or know the word, I highly recommend it because it's some really good scriptures. Really good scriptures. And it will definitely take you to a next level. Now, and focus on you. Focus on you. Don't focus on what happened. Focus on what's happening with you, in you, for you. Okay? I used to think it was very selfish to think about myself. But I realize if you don't think about yourself, you're just open a subject for anything and everything that happened to you. And you'll be like a doormat and taken for granted. Okay? Focus on you. Visualize how you want your life to be. Love yourself. People say, oh, I love God, oh, I love you. You can't love people more than you love yourself because you make a people out of a God. You have to learn to focus on you, to make you a better person, and be honest with yourself. And until you forgive yourself, you cannot be honest with yourself, okay? There's no way. Because you are lying to yourself. Because you have that ill feeling deep down inside. That's a whole nother topic. The difference between fake and faith. Okay? But you get it. If this resonates in your spirit, just make a comment down there and say, I understand. I love myself, or I'm learning to love myself, or I need to forgive myself, or I forgave myself. Just, make a comment down there. Let's interact. Because I know you're watching. But if it resonates in your spirit, that's another way to transition. Is to admit there's nothing to be ashamed of. You're not alone. I could tell you some stories that will blow your mind. Okay? So you're not alone. And understand that you are a spirit having a human being experience. You are only a spirit having a human being experience. You are not perfect. And see, that's what religion teaches us. But once you understand and you begin to love yourself and understand who you are, whose you are, then you begin that transitioning. In other words, you're going to be harsh and judgmental on yourself, just like religious people. I don't have no problem with people's faith or belief. I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. I also believe that I am a child of God because the Spirit of God is in me. And I'm wrapped up in flesh, just like Jesus. Just like you. A lot of times people don't teach that. They just teach, don't do this, don't do that, give this, turn to the left, turn to the right, put a cloth over here, turn around, do the hokey pokey. Okay, let's stay on track. And that's what religion teaches you. And you become your worst enemy when you don't forgive yourself, when you don't love yourself, when you judge yourself. You become your enemy. You become your own demons. It ain't always the devil. It's you. And evil is darkness. So you're not even good to yourself. And it's a transitioning. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. I've experienced it. Sometimes I just close my eyes. I don't even say anything. I'm like, God, why am I so mute? I can't open my mouth. And I realized it wasn't for me to open my mouth. It was for me to look within myself and be quiet and be still and meditate, not medicate. Ooh, okay, we talked about number 3, which is loving yourself. We seem to sometimes love people more than we love ourselves. That's not even correct. Something wrong with that. Are you making other people your God? Something is wrong with that. How are you going to love other people more than you love yourself? That's simple. Like when you're in an airplane, the first thing they tell you is to put that mask for air so that you can breathe and save yourself before you save anyone else, even your child. Example, okay, you put the mask on the child or the person next to you and you can't breathe, you dead, but they still left alone, motherless, fatherless. They without you. Love yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? I love you. And give yourself a hug. I know it sounds corny, but when you look in the mirror and you tell yourself that I love you, you're feeding your spirit, not that human being, which is the flesh. You're feeding your spirit. Feed your spirit positive things. Don't focus on negative things, what they did to you, what they said to you, what they need to do for you. No, what are you saying to yourself? What do you need to do for yourself? Okay? Love yourself. And I don't mean by going out shopping and looking all fly on the outside and rotten as hell in the inside. Angry, lonely in the inside. You work from the inside, then you work on the outside. Because some people can see right through you when you're faking it. Some people can discern a Decepticon from 10 miles away. Before you even come, they can feel your energy. That's number 3. Number 4 is ask yourself, why am I so angry? Why do I feel this way? You know, dig and find the root. This is going to bring out some things in you about yourself that you never really knew. Instead of calling up Tyrone or calling up Betty Boo, what do you think about this? How do you feel about that? No, how do you feel about yourself? What do you think about yourself? Can you live with yourself? Because sometimes people tell you what they think you want to hear. And then sometimes people tell you what they know you don't want to hear just to tear you down. And what this got to do with darkness? Because if you're doing these things, then you're in the darkness because you don't realize who you really are. It's amazing, right? Very simple. Now, also number 5 is visualize. Close your eyes and visualize how you really want your life to be. I'm not talking about a whole bunch of money and millions and you ain't worked for it. You done lie to manipulate. No. If you want to be a successful business person and you have a passion for what you really want to do, then just visualize it. And once you see that vision, just write it down. Now, if you can't see that vision, you keep your eyes closed until you see a little glimpse of the light. You know, like the light at the end of the tunnel. Because for a while, I would close my eyes and it'd be so black. That means I had to work, I had to dig deeper. I had to deal with the issues of my heart. I had to deal with my thought process. I had to deal with myself. Well, like having a successful business and I'm all tore up inside. You have to build off from a foundation. And if your foundation is dark, whatever you're trying to build is going to be dark. So look towards the light. Recreate yourself. You have that power. Look towards the light. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And the transitioning is not as bad or hard as you think it may be. What it is that some things maybe you're not ready to give up. Some people you may not be ready to give up. But they gave up on you because if you was in the darkness and you're trying to transition, they would be there for you. I know a lot of people turned their back on me, and I thank them. Thank you. It made me just become a better version of myself. Well, I hope this brought some value to you and resonated in your spirit. If you are interested in any one-on-one coaching, if you just email me at purposecloser@gmail.com. If you want to make any comments, just write them down below. I will respond to them as soon as possible. Watch the transformation and my journey. Pay attention, because there's no way in the world I can talk about it and I'm not being about it. All things are possible. Just believe. Stay positive. Keep all negative energy away from you, like gossip. Okay? Because I'm the type of person, if I feel anybody trying to manipulate me, I'd be like, exit stage right. Love yourself. Okay? I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will talk to you later. Ciao.